Have you ever wondered why a perfectly healthy morning can suddenly turn into a life-altering moment? Earlier today, a vibrant 70-year-old woman, full of energy with no serious health issues, collapsed just moments after getting out of bed. No warning, no symptoms, just a routine start to the day that became a wake-up call. This isn't just her story. It could be yours or someone you love. What if the small habits you repeat every morning are silently setting the stage for falls, heart problems, or a loss of independence? In this video, I'm revealing the 5 biggest mistakes seniors make when waking up. Mistakes that millions make daily, unaware they're harming their strength, circulation, and vitality. These aren't just habits. They're hidden risks that accelerate aging and increase the chance of accidents. You'll discover practical, science-backed solutions to correct these errors, helping you gain more energy, balance, and mental clarity to live life fully. From the dangers of rushing out of bed to the surprising impact of skipping water, each mistake is a silent threat you can't afford to ignore. Stay until the end because the 5th mistake is the most dangerous, yet rarely discussed. It's quietly undermining the health of thousands. Watch to learn how to simplify, save lives, and transform your future. Like, subscribe, and comment. I choose to protect my health every day. Your body deserves this knowledge. Don't miss it. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. What often appears to be a simple rush, a momentary lapse in patience, can quickly become the first step toward a cascade of dangerous outcomes. Falls, fractures, hospitalizations, or even severe cardiovascular events can unfold from what seems like a harmless, hurried motion. This is especially true for those over the age of 60 when the circulatory system no longer reacts with the same speed and efficiency it once did. The act of getting up too abruptly, without giving the body the time it needs to adjust, is a hidden danger, one that many don't recognize until it's far too late to prevent it. As we sleep, our bodies remain at rest for several hours, and during this time, blood circulation slows down, blood pressure naturally drops, and our muscles are fully relaxed. When you wake up and suddenly jump into action, without allowing your body that precious time to readjust, you set off a dangerous chain reaction. What you are triggering is called orthostatic hypotension, which is essentially a rapid drop in blood pressure that occurs when you stand too quickly. This sudden dip in blood pressure means that blood is not able to reach the brain as fast as it needs to, resulting in dizziness, blurred vision, weakness in the legs, and sometimes even fainting. Sadly, many seniors, even those in relatively good health, experience falls in their bedrooms shortly after waking. This happens simply because they fail to give themselves that crucial adjustment period. The scariest part is that the warning signs of this morning's weakness don't always make themselves known in an obvious way. It's often subtle, a brief dimming of vision, a fleeting imbalance, a tiny moment of shortness of breath. These are so easy to ignore, and because they seem so minor, many people brush them off. But here's the truth that needs to be heard: they are not minor. These small signs are the silent alarms ringing, signaling that something deeper is wrong. Yet, too often, we ignore them until the inevitable happens. The statistics speak for themselves. Morning falls are one of the leading causes of serious fractures and hospitalizations in seniors. Tragically, many of these falls could have been prevented by something as simple as taking a moment to properly wake up and adjust before standing. This isn't just about physical health. It's about preserving your quality of life, your independence, and your well-being. The saddest part of it all is that these accidents often feel completely avoidable if we just pay attention to what our bodies are telling us. In many ancient traditions, such as those practiced by Buddhist monks, waking up is regarded as a sacred ritual. They believe that the way we wake up determines the tone of our entire day, and by extension, the course of our life. For them, the body must be awakened gently, in stages, respecting the natural flow of circulation and the vital energy that runs through us. It's not about rushing into the day, but about slowly coaxing the body into awareness. Moving your fingers, breathing deeply, stretching gently while still lying down. These mindful practices, used by monks for centuries, are not just about physical health. They are about mental clarity and emotional stability as well. And, remarkably, modern science backs up this ancient wisdom. Studies show that this kind of slow, deliberate awakening significantly reduces the risk of falls and cardiovascular problems. The body's adjustment to the morning isn't just a matter of comfort, it's about survival. So, what should you do? Instead of rushing to get up, take a moment. Breathe deeply a few times. Slow, deliberate inhales that fill your lungs with fresh air. Move your fingers and toes gently, waking up your limbs. Rotate your ankles and wrists, just as you would if you were waking up a sleeping muscle. Then, when you feel ready, slowly roll onto your side and sit up on the edge of your bed. Let your feet gently touch the floor, and remain there for at least 20 to 30 seconds. Move your feet in gentle circles, and rotate your shoulders lightly. Once you feel steady, stand up slowly, as though you are honoring the process of rising. This simple morning ritual, which takes less than 2 minutes, could be the difference between starting your day on a safe footing and leaving your fate up to chance. While you sleep, your body continues to work tirelessly. Your heart beats steadily, your lungs breathe rhythmically, and your cells regenerate in ways you can't even imagine. But this hard work consumes water, even though you may not be aware of it. When you wake up, your body is often in a mild state of dehydration. Yet so many seniors fail to recognize this and start their day without hydrating, unknowingly triggering a silent cascade of issues: thicker blood, compromised circulation, and unstable blood pressure. Over time, this can lead to much more serious health issues like heart attacks, strokes, and, of course, dangerous falls. Perhaps the most alarming part is that as we age, our natural thirst response diminishes. You can be dehydrated without even feeling thirsty. And that's where the trouble begins. Many people begin their day with coffee or medications, skipping over hydration altogether. They may not realize that by doing so, they are putting additional strain on an already weakened circulatory system. The thicker the blood, the harder the heart has to work to pump it. The result is an overburdened heart, forced to labor in a system that is already slowing down with age. It's a silent, gradual process that wears away at your energy and vitality. I want to share with you the story of Mrs. Susan, a 72-year-old woman who, like so many of us, thought she was living a healthy life. She walked regularly, maintained a tidy home, and kept an active lifestyle. But as time went on, she began to experience headaches, fatigue, and dizziness, especially in the mornings. She brushed it off as just another part of aging, until the day she fainted in her kitchen shortly after getting up. When she was rushed to the hospital, the diagnosis was both surprising and alarming: mild dehydration and high blood pressure. Fortunately, her story didn't end in tragedy. With the simple habit of placing a glass of water beside her bed and drinking it as soon as she woke up, Susan's symptoms improved dramatically. Within just a few weeks, the headaches and dizziness had almost completely vanished. It was a small change, a moment of hydration, but it changed her life. It was the difference between continuing to suffer in silence and taking control of her health. So, let this story be a reminder. Small, thoughtful actions at the start of your day can be life-changing. Don't let the rush to start your day cloud your awareness. Take a moment. Hydrate. Move gently. And most importantly, honor the sacred ritual of waking up. You deserve a safe, healthy start to your day. Your body is asking for that time. Listen to it. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. In the ancient teachings of Buddhist monks, there is a profound principle that carries deep meaning. Before the body moves, it must first be honored with what sustains it. For centuries, monks have understood that water, the most basic and vital of all sustenances, is the first nourishment of the day. To them, it is not merely a biological need but a spiritual act of reverence toward the body, a temple that houses the soul. They believe that drinking water upon waking is more than just quenching thirst. It is an offering, a ritual of respect, an acknowledgement of the sacredness of the body. This ancient wisdom beautifully aligns with what modern science now supports. Drinking water immediately after waking up isn't just about hydration. It's a conscious act that helps to improve circulation, stabilize blood pressure, and clear the fogginess that can cloud our minds. Think about it for a moment. How often do we rush to start our day, grabbing our phones, looking at social media, or reaching for a cup of coffee? But let me suggest something simple, yet life-changing. Before you do anything else, honor your body. Have a glass of water close by, ready to embrace your body with the purest form of nourishment. If it feels difficult, start slow. Take a few small sips, and if you prefer, add a squeeze of fresh lemon to naturally awaken your digestive system. It's a tiny, yet powerful change. What many don't realize is that thirst is not the first sign of dehydration. It's a delayed SOS call from your body. Your body sends out an urgent signal, but it's already too late by then. True care and protection lie in the steps you take before that thirst sets in. This simple, mindful gesture, drinking water first thing in the morning, could be the unspoken shield that guards your health for years to come. Yet, how often do we neglect such simple acts? Instead, many of us fall into the comforting ritual of reaching for that steaming cup of coffee. The aroma fills the air, the warmth seeps into our hands, and we feel that first burst of life as the caffeine wakes us from our slumber. It feels like a sacred ritual, doesn't it? But here's where we fail to listen to our bodies. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach, especially after the age of 60, can be one of the most harmful habits. And what's even more dangerous is that the damage isn't immediate. It builds up slowly, like a tiny crack in the foundation of a house that eventually causes the whole structure to crumble. By the time you realize it, it's too late. When we wake up, we've just fasted for hours. Our blood sugar levels are low, our energy stores are depleted, and our stomach is in a delicate state. So, when you pour that hot coffee into an empty stomach, you're triggering an increase in gastric acid production, something that is not meant to happen on an empty stomach. Without food to buffer the stomach lining, this acid starts to eat away at the walls, leading to gastritis, acid reflux, and discomfort. Over time, this can even cause ulcers. For older adults, particularly those with a history of digestive issues, this seemingly innocent morning ritual can be the catalyst for severe health complications. Take Mr. Robert, for example, a 71-year-old man who, for more than 40 years, had the same morning routine. Wake up, brew a cup of strong coffee, and drink it before anything else. He thought that coffee was his secret to morning energy. But slowly, he began to experience painful stomach cramps, burning in his chest, irritation in his intestines, and eventually severe acid reflux. It wasn't until he consulted a nutritionist that he realized the truth behind his discomfort. He was told that his coffee ritual was wreaking havoc on his digestive system. So, what did he do? He made a simple but life-changing adjustment. Before he drank his coffee, he started eating something light, something that would protect his stomach. A banana, a handful of nuts, or a slice of whole grain bread. And within just a few weeks, the discomfort that had plagued him for years disappeared. This is where the wisdom of Buddhist monks shines through once again. Before stimulating the body, they first strengthen it. That's why, even during their most intense spiritual practices, monks always eat light meals before any action that might disturb their energy. They know that the body's internal balance is fragile, and respecting that balance, rather than forcing it, is the key to maintaining health and stability. This age-old practice not only protects physical health but also nurtures emotional well-being. By strengthening the body first, we create a solid foundation that allows us to face the day with clarity and strength. So, what should you do? Before you drink that cup of coffee, take a moment to nourish your body with something light and nutritious. It doesn't need to be a big breakfast, just enough to protect your stomach and balance the caffeine's effects. A banana, a handful of nuts, a piece of whole grain bread, or even plain yogurt. All of these are simple yet effective ways to give your body the fuel it needs to start the day strong. This small adjustment not only eliminates the silent discomforts of morning acid reflux but also improves your mood, boosts energy, and can even enhance your sleep over time. Let's pause and reflect for a moment. Strengthening your body before demanding from it is not just a good idea, it's an ancient wisdom that has stood the test of time. Unfortunately, many people wake up feeling stiff in their legs, their shoulders, or their back and ignore the subtle signals their body is sending. They get up quickly, stretch hastily, and continue their day as if nothing is wrong. But what if we could do more than just power through discomfort? What if we could be more mindful, more in tune with our bodies, and honor them the way they deserve? I truly believe this small but powerful shift in our morning habits could change everything, creating not only better physical health but also emotional peace and well-being for years to come. The problem with morning stiffness, which is so common among those over 60, goes far beyond just a simple discomfort. It's a subtle yet significant message that our bodies need more care, especially during those first few moments of waking. It's a gentle reminder from our physical being that we've been inactive for hours, and it's asking for respect and attention. Ignoring this early warning isn't just about enduring some tightness or discomfort. It opens the door to much more serious issues, such as strains, muscle injuries, and the ever-present risk of falls. For seniors, these falls are not just minor accidents. They can have life-altering consequences that affect not only mobility but independence as well. You see, when we sleep, our bodies are almost motionless for extended periods. Muscles relax, circulation slows down, and synovial fluid, the lubricant that helps our joints move smoothly, settles in our joints. When you try to get up too quickly, rushing through the morning as if your body were ready for action, you're essentially forcing muscles and joints that are still asleep into motion. This is like trying to start a car engine that's been sitting for hours. Everything is stiff and not yet primed to move fluidly. This rush can easily lead to small tears in muscles, sprains, and imbalances that can snowball into dangerous falls. What's alarming is that all of this happens so quietly, often without immediate pain or warning. The consequences don't show up right away, but the damage begins to accumulate, and it may only manifest later in more severe injuries or limited mobility. Let me share a real-life example of someone who didn't heed this silent warning. Mrs. Elizabeth, a vibrant 75-year-old woman, had always been active. She loved waking up early to care for her home and enjoy the morning light. But one morning, after a few weeks of feeling heavier legs upon waking, she rushed to get to the bathroom, ignoring her body's signals to slow down. Her knees locked up, and she lost her balance, falling sideways onto the edge of the bed. She was fortunate to avoid a fracture, but that fall left her shaken. For weeks, she couldn't summon the courage to get up alone, and she became dependent on others for simple tasks. All of this was because she hadn't respected her body's need for a gentle awakening. This story reminds me of something fundamental from Buddhist philosophy, an essential practice called conscious awakening. According to the monks, when we wake, our body and mind are still in that delicate state between the peaceful rest of sleep and the bustling demands of the day. To rush through that transition, to leap into action without honoring our physical nature, is seen as disrespectful. Instead, the monks advocate taking a few moments to gently awaken the body with stretches, movements, and mindful breathing. It's not just about preventing stiffness, it's about nurturing your mental and emotional energy too. When you take these few moments, you're preparing your body, mind, and soul for the day ahead, building resilience and inner peace that will carry you through all the challenges life throws at you. This simple ritual preserves not only your physical health but also your emotional stability and mental clarity. So, what should you do the moment you wake up? Don't just jump out of bed and start moving as if your body is already ready to face the world. Allow yourself a few moments to ease into the day. Begin by moving your fingers and toes, feeling each part of your body waking up. Gently rotate your ankles, stretch your arms over your head, and sit up slowly, taking time to stretch your back and move your neck from side to side. These small, intentional movements activate circulation, prepare your joints, and strengthen your neuromuscular system for the day ahead. It might seem like a minor effort, but this practice of just 2 to 3 minutes could add years of autonomy, balance, and quality to your life. Your body is asking for a little more respect, and in return, it offers you lasting vitality, the freedom to move, and the joy of independence. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Now, let's talk about one of the most dangerous mistakes many seniors unknowingly make. This mistake seems so small, so subtle, but over time, it silently robs you of your strength, stability, and even your confidence. Many don't even realize they're doing it because it's so ingrained, like a habit they've formed over the years. But it's one of the main reasons for falls, loss of mobility, and frailty. And maybe, just maybe, you're guilty of it every morning without even knowing. The mistake is simple: not caring about your posture when you wake up. Too often, seniors get up with a hunched back, shoulders slumped forward, head down, and their torso collapsing under the weight of gravity. Not only does this position make you look physically weaker, but it also compresses your organs, collapses your breath, and throws off your balance. It's a posture that starts the day on the wrong note, and it's not just about how you look, it's about how you function. When you start your day in this collapsed state, your breathing becomes shallow, your balance is compromised, and your muscles and joints are under stress. This is a recipe for dizziness, tripping, and accidents, especially in those delicate first hours after waking. What's worse, the effects of this poor posture aren't always immediately visible. It's an invisible damage that slowly but surely undermines your strength and stability. It's one of those things you may not even notice until one day you find yourself losing your balance, unsure of what went wrong. But by then, the consequences have already taken root. So, when you wake up tomorrow, pause and think about how you're treating your body. Don't just rush through your morning routine. Honor the transition from rest to action with gentleness, with awareness. Your body is precious, and it deserves to be treated with the respect it's asking for. If you do, you might find that you not only feel better physically, but emotionally and mentally too. The compression of the rib cage isn't just a minor inconvenience. It has a far-reaching impact on your entire body. When your posture slouches, it restricts blood flow, reducing oxygenation to your cells. Less oxygen means less energy, leading to overwhelming fatigue and a mind clouded by confusion. But the consequences don't stop there. As your torso curls forward, your digestive system begins to struggle. Bowel functions slow down, and you become more prone to bloating, gas, and constipation. And let me be clear, this isn't just about physical discomfort. It's a silent thief that slowly steals your well-being, inch by inch. The truth is that your posture has a direct impact on your mood and memory. The more hunched you are, the more likely you are to feel sadness, discouragement, and even insecurity. It's as if your body has become a reflection of how you're feeling inside, defeated, small, and disconnected. This is where it gets personal. It begins with the most ordinary moments, the ones you don't even think twice about. Take Mrs. Patricia, for example. At 77 years old, she had lived a vibrant life. She loved to walk, she adored reading, and she treasured her conversations with family. But like so many of us, she didn't realize that her daily habits were silently eroding her vitality. Over time, without her noticing, she began waking up hunched over, looking at the ground, as if the weight of the world was already pressing down on her before she even got out of bed. It started with a little dizziness, then a stumble in her home. And then came a fall, one that left her unable to walk properly for months. All of this, all of the suffering, stemmed from something that seemed so simple: her posture. What seemed like a harmless habit was a warning sign that her balance, her physical foundation, was slipping away. In Buddhist philosophy, posture is considered a physical manifestation of your vital energy, your life force. The way you carry yourself tells the world, and yourself, how you're navigating your existence. For Buddhist monks, rising with a straight spine, aligned shoulders, and eyes looking forward is a deeply respectful act, a way of honoring life itself. This isn't about vanity, not in the slightest. It's about honoring your body and mind and preserving your health in the deepest sense. Posture supports the integrity of your muscles, your bones, your breath, and even your thoughts. How you move in the first few moments of your day sets the tone for everything that follows. It's the key to aging with strength, clarity, and independence. It's about the way you greet life every morning, with a presence that says, "I am here. I am strong. I am alive." What can you do about it? It's simple. Before you even stand up from bed, take a moment. While sitting on the edge of the bed, stretch your spine, as if you're trying to grow an inch taller. Breathe deeply, pull your shoulders back, and keep your chin parallel to the floor. When you place your feet on the ground, keep your torso straight and your gaze at eye level, not staring down at the floor. Every step you take in those first few moments should be taken consciously, with the awareness that you are moving your body in harmony. This small adjustment in posture isn't just about protecting your physical strength. It's about feeding your mental clarity, your confidence, and your connection to the world around you. Never underestimate the power of how you start your day. The way you rise each morning doesn't just shape the rest of your day, it shapes your entire future. It impacts your ability to stay independent, to remain free, and to feel truly alive in your body, mind, and spirit. Correcting your posture is a gift you give to yourself every single day. It may seem small at the moment, but its impact is profound. And yes, you might be thinking, "But I've always done this, and nothing has happened yet." That's a completely natural response, and I get it. When we've been doing something for years, our brains create a sense of security. We think, if nothing bad has happened so far, why worry? But the reality is far more complex. The human body doesn't work like a ticking time bomb. It's more like a bridge that, over time, starts to accumulate invisible cracks. Eventually, one day, without any warning, that bridge can collapse. The trap of time is that it works silently. Many of our bad habits don't show immediate consequences. They slowly wear down your circulatory system, your balance, your muscles, and your ability to react quickly. On the outside, everything may appear fine, but inside, tiny imbalances are building up. Small injuries, slight declines in adaptability, and slow, almost imperceptible changes undermine the foundation of your independence. And then, one day, it all comes crashing down. A fall, a heart attack, a fainting spell. These things don't seem to come out of nowhere. But when they happen, it feels like they do. This is why the first few steps you take in the morning matter more than you think. They set the stage for how your body will feel, how your mind will function, and how you will live for years to come. It's a small change, but it could transform your life. Don't wait until you've lost your balance to make a change. Start today. In the grand scheme of life, the truth is that the consequences of our choices unfold slowly, almost imperceptibly, over time. It's the quiet accumulation of habits, the subtle acts of neglect, and sometimes the complete disregard for the signals our bodies send us. For those who are deeply connected to Eastern philosophies, like Buddhist monks, there's a profoundly wise phrase that resonates through the ages: "What you do today silently builds or destroys your tomorrow." It's a phrase that reminds us that even the tiniest, most seemingly insignificant actions, how we treat our bodies, and how we respect our health, can have an enormous impact on our future. Imagine every small choice as an invisible seed. The water you drink, the food you eat, the way you move, it all becomes a tiny planting in the garden of your health. Just like a tree needs years to grow, or in some cases, years to rot, your body too silently accumulates the consequences of your daily decisions. You might not feel the impact of that first skipped glass of water or that one too many cups of coffee on an empty stomach, but trust me, those habits are planting seeds that will eventually grow into the life you lead tomorrow. And let's be honest, when we talk about habits, especially morning habits, we're not talking about small, trivial things. We're talking about your freedom. Your future freedom. But here's the good news. It's never too late to begin anew. If today has found you rushing out of bed, skipping your hydration, gulping down coffee first thing, or moving too quickly without thought, don't worry. You haven't failed. You've simply been on autopilot. Your body is still remarkably capable of bouncing back, even from years of neglect. The human body is truly astonishing in its ability to regenerate, to heal itself, to recalibrate, if we choose to make the right decisions. It's not about drastic overhauls. It's about starting with small changes today. These small steps can have a profound impact on your future, on your strength and vitality. It's like steering a ship. The first change in course is barely noticeable, but over time, it takes you to a completely different place. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Before you brush this off with the thought, "That won't happen to me," I want you to ask yourself, what kind of future do I want to build from this moment forward? Your age doesn't matter, whether you're 60, 70, or 80. As long as you are breathing, there's time to make a change. Every small act of care you give your body today, whether it's drinking water before you get out of bed, eating something nourishing before that morning coffee, adjusting your posture, or slowing down your first steps, every single action is an investment. It's an investment in your freedom, in your strength, in your joy for living a long life that still holds so much potential. And let's not forget, if you've made it this far into reading this, you've already proven that you're different. While so many people continue to mindlessly repeat their habits, never stopping to think about how they shape their future, you've chosen to do the hard thing, to seek awareness. That is the true beginning of a transformation. Real change starts with realizing that every small, seemingly insignificant decision you make has the power to shape the life you'll live tomorrow. This awareness, it's what sets you on the path to a longer, more vibrant life. It's not the passing of time that dictates how we age, it's the choices we make every single day. The truth is, those small, almost invisible actions, getting up slowly, hydrating upon waking, eating before coffee, paying attention to your posture, and minding your first movements, are not small at all. They are huge. They form the foundation that preserves your strength, your balance, and your independence. These are the things that so many overlook. But one day, when you lose them, you'll understand the weight of these small acts. But here's the key. You don't have to wait for that moment. You have the power, right now, to change your story. Each morning, each new day is a new opportunity to plant seeds of vitality, strength, and balance that will grow into a future you can enjoy fully. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to change everything overnight. But you do have to begin with respect. Respect for the body that carries you, for the life that pulses within you, and for the story that still wants to unfold with joy and freedom. The more you honor these simple moments, the more your body will respond with energy, lightness, and presence. And trust me, the joy and freedom you're striving for, it will be yours for the taking. Thank you so much for taking the time to reflect on how small, everyday habits can shape your future. Now that you've learned about the power of simple, intentional choices, what stands out to you the most? What is one thing you've learned today that you're excited to put into practice in your own life? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please share one takeaway in the comments below this video. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps us continue creating content that empowers you to live a healthier, more vibrant life. Remember, each small change you make today can lead to a brighter tomorrow. Stay mindful, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.